Hello there. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. It is the shortest day of the year. I mean, in terms of daylight hours at least, and only if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, obviously. So I'm being very hemispherist by saying this. I suppose in the Southern Hemisphere, it is their longest day of the year. But of course, all days are only 24 hours. It's just that this one we have the least amount of what we laughingly call sunlight. It's a typical December day. It's December the 21st. It's 20 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. And like every day in December in this country, it is grey. It'll be like this on Christmas Day. Christmas Day is just grey. An unremitting shade of grey. Shall I say grey one more time? Anyway, I got up this morning quite early, had a bath and a shave, fought a little war, won the war, and then I just had my Sunday lunch. Matt and Alice were there, Anthony was there, and I'm obviously on my way to see Liz at the hospital. I say obviously, but it won't be obvious if you've never watched this before, but that's what I'm doing. Anthony's got a TV for Christmas/birthday, and I've just set it up for him, logging into all of his favourite apps and channels and what have you. Anyway, the point I'm making is today is somewhat depressing. It's only 40 minutes or so before the sun goes down. Not that I've actually seen the sun because of the unremitting grey, but on the plus side, this is as dark as it's going to get. And from now on, obviously, it starts to get lighter again. I don't know why I'm telling you this. This is probably stuff you already know, due to the axial tilt of the Earth and all that malarkey. So, I did visit Liz on Wednesday with Alice, and Alice is getting very stressed talking about wedding stuff. But I didn't visit Liz on Thursday because Thursday I was working in the office, which is at the back of the house. It's just got a sloped roof. It was biblical rain all day. Biblical. 60 km/h winds. And I FaceTimed Liz and I said, look, do you really need me today? Because I'll be honest with you, I did not want to leave the house. Biblical levels of rain all day long. Warnings about flooding, obviously the high winds as well that I've already mentioned. The last time we had this, I had problems getting to Liz and from Liz because I have to go down lots of country roads and B roads, and there was collapsed trees and localised flooding, and it was dreadful. And I am more than slightly paranoid about December. So if I haven't explained this before, in December 2022, our daughter Alice was very, very ill, like flu, bedridden ill. On Christmas Day, we managed to persuade her to get downstairs and open her presents, but then she went back to bed. She didn't actually look at them for 2 weeks. She was very, very unwell. Then, of course, December 23, Liz was first taken into hospital, and my best friend from school, Richard Berry, died. Now, admittedly, I haven't seen Richard for a very long time, but I had lots of very fond memories of Richard, and as I say, at school, he was my best friend. Then, of course, last December, we tried to get Liz home for one night. That didn't work out, and Liz had to go back to hospital. And also, my other best friend, Siobhan, died. It's just over a year since she died, and just over a year since I was allowed to put anything online about it, because obviously they wanted family members to be told first. So generally December's, I think, are kind of out to get me, like some sort of entity, if you like I kind of ascribe an entity to my house. and I have to read it the riot act whenever I leave, that I don't expect to come home and find it full of water, which apparently is something I have to tell it. It's like it's forgotten how to be a house. But anyway, this is a proper ramble already. How far are we into this? 5 minutes already? Something like that. Anyway, so yeah, so I didn't visit. Anyway, that didn't go down very well. That went down like a cup of cold sick, to be honest with you. But I'll be honest, I'm not apologising. I was not prepared to leave the house in such conditions, especially as there was a yellow warning for rain, an official weather warning. It's just, I'm sure Liz would have liked to have seen me, but I think she'd probably prefer that I didn't see her and not end up in a body bag, because I had a very bad feeling about that day. I've got a very bad feeling about this month as a whole. Life generally, Anyway, so first time of seeing her for a few days. I've got some clothes in the back of the car. These are the ones that she came home with last year for one night. So we need to sort through those. Yesterday I had to go out and get some last minute Christmas stuff, and I was very nervous about that because it's 21 days in and I have not been... I have currently survived Whamageddon. If you don't know what Whamageddon is, it's not a sort of battle royale or anything like that. Basically, you have to sort of go through the whole of December without consciously hearing Last Christmas by Wham. Now, cover versions are fine, and mixed versions are fine. But if it's the original version of Last Christmas, and if you hear it, you are effectively out of the game. And it's not, as I say, it's not the sort of thing where people should be deliberately sending, hey, listen to this, it's fun, and then going, I got you, you've been whammed. It's not like that. It's a friendly sort of thing. But I was very nervous popping to the shops and then late to the toy shop that, of course, they play piped music. Now, it runs from the 1st of December up until Christmas Day. And if you survive, then you don't win anything. It's just like, hey, I survived Whamageddon this year. It does also mean that because I'm thinking about it all the time, the bloody tune's going through my head all the time. But anyway, 21 days in, and so far I have survived. I've only got a few days to go. 1 year, it must have been 2018, 2019. I got whammed on a bus in Norway, which I thought was particularly annoying. It wasn't even in this country. Sometimes I think Liz was out just a few days in. So anyway, I might not make it. I don't think I've ever actually survived it before, but let's see what happens. Anyway, it didn't come up in the shops, so that was good. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so in terms of music, I have today been listening to Lily Allen's latest album, and suffice it to say, if you didn't already know, her husband did the dirty on her, and basically so far I'm about 7 tracks in. The entire album is telling the story about that and how she basically hates him, and and it's kind of like, I gotta say, if you're gonna marry a global sort of superstar or a pop singer like Lily Allen, who, well, number one, that's dangerous in itself, but number two, who's got a history of telling all, and then you do something to her like that, then I mean, I guess you got it coming to you, really. Of course, we've only heard her side of the story, but her side of the story seems pretty damning and convincing. But I'm just saying, who knows? But anyway, it is kind of full of catchy tunes about how much she hates her husband, ex-husband, I suppose. Yeah, so that's partly to avoid being whammed. I haven't had the radio on, and I have a playlist I have a playlist called Driving, and at the last it's got 649 tracks in it, and every single one of them's a banger. These are all tracks that I have played, you know, in the past on repeat multiple times, and they're all tracks that when they come on, you're like, yes, I love this one. And the whole point is, I used to just shuffle my entire music collection of hundreds and hundreds of CDs and albums, and most of the tracks you skip, right? But every now and then a track would come on, you're like, yes, I love this one. Well, the whole Driving playlist is full of those, with two exceptions, and this is because I hate myself. First of all, I've got the song Revolution in there by the Beatles. Now, I don't dislike that song, but it has an immediate and very jarring and very loud guitar intro that kind of blows you away. And if you've had the volume cranked up really loud for the previous track, and suddenly Revolution by the Beatles comes on, you're in for a bit of a shock. So that's kind of there as like a sort of ticking time bomb. And as the playlist goes down, you kind of, you know, you've got, like, first of all, you've got a 1 in 649 chance of Revolution playing, then it's a 1 in 648 chance, then a 1 in 647, etc., etc. And so, you know, there's always the ever-present risk that Revolution by the Beatles is going to come on and scare the crap out of you. And the other song that I've put on there that I genuinely hate, and it is my most hated song of all time, and it is the song Mary's Prayer, by, and I can't think of the name of the artist now. When I Was Mary's Prayer. Anyway, hate it. I hate that song. It's so cloying and icky and disgusting, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But you see, I hate myself even more. So I've put that in there as a deliberate sabotage of my playlist. And the rule is, the rule that I've set myself is that if Mary's Prayer comes on, I've got to sit and listen to it. How fucked up is my head, right? That I would do this to myself, put my most hated song in my most favouriteest playlist. And every now and then I will hear, they're usually old songs from the 80s and 90s. I will hear a song that I think, oh my God, why is that not in my playlist? I love that song. And that will go straight in the play. So it does gradually expand over time. I think I've only added a couple of tracks in the last month or so, but you know, it does gradually get bigger, and it's several days worth of music to get through. And that's my normal playlist for driving the car. Needless to say, Last Christmas by Wham isn't in there. I do have another playlist called Weird Christmas, which is full of Christmas joke songs and parody songs and Ren and Stimpy stuff, and you know, and Monty Python and stuff like that, that the rest of my family doesn't really appreciate, but that does not have Last Christmas in it either. So yeah, that's that. So now that I've revealed this to the world, I will probably be out of the Whamageddon game very soon. It's unheard of, really, for me to be in it so far into the month. But you never know, I might make it, but I probably won't. And at the end of the day, does it really matter? I could lie about it and say, yeah, I wasn't whammed. But there's a degree of honesty required in Whamageddon. The trouble is someone who doesn't know Whamageddon and you put online, I'm out, and they immediately assume that you've, you know, quit your job or you've off to top yourself or something, you know, and you have to explain, no, it's just a stupid little game thingy. So, anyway, yeah. It's Christmas Eve, everybody. It's just gone 4:20. I have finished my work for the day. I have tidied the house. I have loaded up Liz's and my mother-in-law's Christmas presents. And I am on the way to the hospital to deliver Liz's presents. Then I'm on the way to my mother-in-law's to deliver her presents and to pick up Anthony. I am wearing my Star Wars Christmas jumper. I have just filled up with fuel. I have just bought some food to eat for the journey. And I have just pumped up my errant front left tyre. It's also bloody cold outside. It's 3 degrees, and it's very, very icy, chilly wind. So I'm very glad to be inside the car. So, yeah, we're all set for Christmas. I have resisted getting the tree out this year. Last year, I put the tree out and I decorated it, and then I just lifted the whole thing and put it back in the garage, so that in theory, all I've got to do is pull it out again and it's already decorated. But I'm not getting the tree out. There's no room for it, and I've never really liked having a Christmas tree anyway, to be honest with you. So I'm determined to get my way. I've got about 7.5 hours to go for Whamageddon. I could still lose. Let's see what happens. That would be particularly annoying to lose at this late in the day, but from midnight I can hear it without a problem. So, yeah, I'll try and do an update on Christmas Day, but you know, Merry Christmas everybody. It's 5 minutes past 7. I have just under 5 hours to go to defeat Whamageddon. I am on my way to my mother-in-law's to pick up Anthony and deliver her presents. Liz has a brand new duvet and bedding for Christmas from her mum, which she's got on her hospital bed, which is much better than the hospital sheets. I've issued instructions to my mother-in-law that there must be no music playing, because if I lose the game now at this point, I will be pissed. Anyway, just wanted to say this episode is not sponsored by Lucozade, but it could be. Lucozade, call me. Merry Lucozade Christmas, not sponsored. It's 2 degrees out here now. There's a biting wind. But as I said before, I'm in my car and it's lovely and warm, and I'm listening to my favourite Beatles album, which is of course Abbey Road. They're all great. Abbey Road, Chef's Kiss, even Maxwell's Silver Hammer, you know. You've got to have one bum track on every album, and I guess that's it. But, I mean, I still find myself humming it. There we go. It's about 10 to 1 in the morning on Christmas Day. I've just got off the line from President Trump. I also had the King rang me, President of France. Putin rang me, and we haven't spoken for ages. I won Whamageddon. I won it. I have never won it before. This is momentous. To make sure I didn't hear Wham's Last Christmas, last night I watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show with Alice and Matt. She's watched it 6 times apparently recently. I haven't seen it for about 35 years, since my friend Adrian showed it to me. I still don't really get it, but I watched it. And then I got them to watch Blazing Saddles, which took us up until roughly midnight. And I won Whamageddon. Pretty pleased with that, if I'm honest with you. Anyway, it's Christmas Day. So let me just show you. There's Alice's presents. There's a Matt's presents. And these are Anthony's presents. Not much for me because number one, Liz got me all that Lego, which some of it is still on the way. I never got the AT-AT for Christmas. That's on the way. So that'll come after Christmas. And number two, Alice has bought me a Lego tray lap building desk thing that I asked for, which won't come till January. And then of course I had my Doctor Who jumper for Christmas as well from my mother-in-law. So there's not a lot left for me to open. And in other news, the squeaker's turned up. Elroy has a voice. It's good, isn't it? You like that, don't you? So, I'm going to go to bed now, and we will get up in the morning, later this morning, and obviously open all our Christmas presents. Right, it's 1:15 on Christmas Day. My previous comments about December being grey and dull and boring have been totally blown away. Probably because I said that, because of course, as you know, I am completely paranoid and I have a persecution complex. And my thinking right now is because I said that, we've got the sunniest, brightest day imaginable. Anyway, as you can see, I have in the car, who are you?
Anthony.
And what are we doing, Anthony? Where are we going?
We're going to Grandma's house.
Okay, and then what are we doing at Grandma's house?
We'll have some lunch.
Some lunch?
Yeah.
Some lunch. We're having Christmas dinner, Anthony.
Yeah.
Bit more than just some lunch, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, and then where are you and I going after that?
Going to Holy Cross to see Mummy.
Okay, and then what am I doing with you after that?
Taking back to Grandma's house.
And then what am I doing after that?
Going home.
Correct. And I don't think I'll see Alice after that. Alice and Matt will be joining us at Grandmama's house, and but I think they are heading off after that to his dad's, I think, and I don't think they're coming back tonight. So I will probably have the rest of the weekend on my own, apart from Sunday, of course, when I go and spend the day with Liz. So that is what we are currently doing. Anthony, what do you have in your lap there?
I have a new amazing little circus toy.
Are you going to show the boys and girls?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's this thing's name?
His name is Jax and he's wearing a pommy suit.
A what suit?
A pommy suit.
Pomby?
Pommy suit.
Pomry?
Pommy suit.
Pomney?
Yeah.
And what's Pomney?
She's the jester from the circus as well.
Okay, why is he wearing her outfit?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a combination of two characters who are like the biggest and best character in the show. And
The most popular?
Huh?
The most popular?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. What did you have for Christmas this morning, Anthony? You've forgotten already?
No. What I got for Christmas was this, obviously.
Yes.
A new Amazing Circus top.
Yes.
Some chocolate.
Yes.
Some money.
Yes, lots of money.
And
A game.
yeah.
And a silly little duck game.
Yeah.
And lots of blind boxes.
Yeah.
3 of which were the same. Okay, alright. Are you having a nice day or not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you got dressed without me telling you. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll do for now. See you in a minute, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, Anthony, say hello.
Hello.
It's 23 minutes past 4. And Anthony, tell us all about Christmas dinner. What did you have for Christmas dinner?
I had a few pigs in blankets, two Yorkshire puddings, some turkey, 1 piece of pork, a few pieces of broccoli, 4 or 3 potatoes, and some gravy, and that's all I can remember.
Okay. What did we do after dinner?
We poured some Christmas crackers.
Yeah.
And then a Christmas quiz.
Yeah.
called A Christmas.
Yeah.
Then Grandma opened her presents.
Okay. So now we're on the way to see Liz. Liz just got very upset because she's out on her own. She hasn't seen anybody yet today, and she wants to obviously be with us. So she's been getting upset a lot today because she's had carol singers and just gets. Also, she's just been told that the head chef at the hospital is leaving. That's the second person leaving in the last few months. So yeah, we should be there in about 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, and we will be there for the third round of present opening, with Liz opening her presents. Anthony, anything else you'd like to say to the boys and girls watching?
Have a Merry Christmas.
Ah, that's nice. Have a messy Christmas. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls.
So here we are on Christmas Day with Liz. What have we done today?
I've cried a lot
Why?
because I can't sing carols. Too many people in the lounge singing songs and being generally cheerful.
You don't want people to be cheerful.
Not when I'm not, no.
Okay.
And then I cried this afternoon.
Why?
The chef's leaving.
Okay.
Just miss everybody.
I'm sorry I got here late.
Do your pub.
Sorry?
Do your pub. I just don't want to be here when everybody's at home.
Well, I'm here now. Anthony's here.
I know.
We opened your presents, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you like what you got?
Yes, very grateful for what I got, thank you.
I got you everything you asked for.
I did, I got my 2 blankets, my knees.
And I got you more
I
besides.
got my book,
Yes.
and another book,
And your scratcher.
and my back scratcher.
Yeah. With 5 different attachments.
That I probably got, I'll do.
It's alright.
Ed and I did lots of texting this morning
What about?
about the fact that he was awake and nobody else was. And how could he have? I said it was time for you to be awake. And he said, how do I do that? And he didn't want to come and say, I'm awake, in case you shout at him. He didn't want to be yelled at. And then he woke up and he's glad he's awake now. Oh no, he's gone back to sleep.
Who went back to sleep?
Yeah,
I didn't.
he did the first time.
No, I didn't.
He did. I think he must have probably moved slightly.
I wasn't awake.
No, well, he thought you were.
No.
And then he went back to sleep. But bless his heart. So he and I were texting.
And you haven't eaten your tea.
I got a bit pastry stuck. And that kind of put me off
Yeah.
eating any more. I
Got
don't know.
lots of chocolates and biscuits though.
I won't go hungry.
No, you won't go hungry. Well, what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Friday. So Friday is not fish and chips.
Fish and chips?
It's not,
Why not?
because it's Boxing Day.
Okay.
So, and also Tony's not here anymore.
Oh. Who's replacing him?
Nobody at the moment. They're just working together. Which means that Vanessa will forget everything that Tony's taught her. Hitcher will forget everything that I tell her.
What's happening Monday?
Monday's Anthony's birthday.
Right, you are aware that I'm working until midday,
Yes.
and then apparently I've got to go and get Alice.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Who said who? Mum.
and Alice.
Alice.
So I don't
Okay.
know what time I'm going to get here. Probably like 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Possibly. Well, she'll be at Matt's then, won't she?
Yes.
You won't have Anthony.
No.
He's staying at Grandma's. So do you need on Sunday to take his birthday stuff over?
Okay.
If you take his birthday presents over
Okay.
and his card. And then he'll open it. I think he'll open it. I don't know. I know as much as you do. I know that I have a normal morning. I have a shower. And I have my lunch. And by that point people should turn up. And we're going upstairs to activities. Where there should be half a room.
Anything else you want to say to the boys and girls?
Thank you for any presents, cards, well wishes. I think that's about it.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody. Anthony, say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello everyone.
You say hello, boys and girls.
Hello boys and girls.
There we go. We are a gender inclusive facility. Hello, boys and girls, and anything else outside or in between. There we go. Right, it's 7:20. We are just leaving Holy Cross Hospital, and I'm taking Anthony back to his grandma's, where he basically lives these days. Liz opened all her presents. She's very emotional today. Very hard day, to be honest, because she burst into tears, because it's not normal. This is our third Christmas now without her being at home. The first Christmas she was totally out of it, literally unconscious. The second Christmas we just had the crushing disappointment of getting her home for one night in time for Christmas, and then that was snatched away from us because she couldn't stay at home. And then this year, what I assume is going to be the new normal. So yeah, it's been a long day. I've basically had 3 Christmases today, at home, at my mother-in-law's, and with Liz. And now I'm going to take Anthony home, and then I am going to go home where I will be alone. It's exactly 9 o'clock at night on Christmas Day. So I'd like to say a final Merry Christmas to you all. I've had a very busy day. Obviously, I had a house full of people, getting everybody up, trying to make sure everybody's happy, opening presents and keeping the house tidy, and also keeping my cats happy because they had some Christmas presents as well. And then, of course, going and having lunch and spending time and opening more presents, and also kind of keeping an eye on the clock at the same time, because I was acutely aware that Liz was getting very upset being on her own. Basically, we FaceTimed her during this morning's present opening, and we FaceTimed her again later in the day when I got to her mum's house, and then we FaceTimed her again when her mum was opening her stuff, and every single time she was bursting into tears because she was on her own. And so it's really quite distressing to see your partner of nearly 25 years in such a state emotionally. And I have found today very hard, to be honest with you. And all I wanted to say was, as a final Christmas message to everybody, is if you are at home with your loved ones, your spouse, your children. If you have a house full of people and they're all in good health and they're all at home, make the most of it, because that used to be me. I used to have a house full of people. We had 4 people living here: myself, my wife, my daughter and my son, our daughter and our son. And now I'm basically here on my own. My wife now resides in a hospital and can't come home. My daughter is looking forward to spending the rest of her life with her fiance and spends most of the time with him. And my son resides mostly at his grandma's house. And so, I found today to be very hard. Christmas days have always been very hard over the last few years. But so I would just say, make the most of what you've got. Realise that people, they don't always get on with members of their family. Just put that aside for the day and just make the most of the family that you've got around you, because one day you might end up like me. That's all I wanted to say, really. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of Total Ramblings and watching stuff about my life. I will try and put some more interesting stuff up very soon. I hope to have some exciting news soon about my 4th Doctor cosplay, including what I'm going to be carrying in the pockets, because that's a very important aspect of cosplay, in my opinion. If you're going to dress as the character, you should try and be the character in terms of, what they carry. EDC, Everyday Carry. Doctor was a big fan of Everyday Carry. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I'm talking rubbish. Thank you. Bye. Why is it every single time I start to record, I go for a yawn?